Fish Tank is a reality show and the brainchild of comedian Sam Hyde and his producer Jeb Neptune. Sam, if you're unfamiliar, is a controversial comedian to say the least, who is the subject of a documentary by content creator iDubbbz.
Have you tried to get her any help?
No, seeing as she's a girl I paid $500 to shave her head and pretend to be my girlfriend, no, I haven't tried to get her any help. Should you want me to try?
Wait, okay.
I don't know her that well. It's probably not my business to get her off drugs. Also, I think I told her to put her hand in your pocket and pretend to be on drugs.
Which Sam then made his own documentary about the documentary, detailing all the ways he had trolled him and gaslit him.
Shit. Record a lot of bad rap music, stage fright where Sam re-records breaths, insists the auto-tune's in the wrong key.
And his newest project, Fish Tank, is a spin on the Big Brother style reality show, where 8 contestants live in a house for 6 weeks with no technology, and they get eliminated one by one every week until one remains, who wins a $10,000 prize. Or at least that's what it is on the surface. What the show really is underneath the covers is it's like a torture device designed to see how long these contestants, or fish, as they like to be called, can last in this house before they break mentally. Technology-wise, the setup for the show is actually quite impressive. You can go to Fishtank.live and stream the whole thing for free. Logging into this site, you have the option to switch between all the different cameras set up around the house that are streaming 24/7. It has its roots laid in the Big Brother model of reality show with a updated mindset for like the 2023 streamer content creator. There's a token system, and you can purchase these tokens with real money and then spend them on various things, going into the torture house motif I had mentioned before. Not unlike a Twitch streamer, there is text to stream, or TTS. You could pay around $50 to have your written chat message read out loud via speakers that are set up all around the house to the fish.
One of the Daniel just said he would beat Simmons' ass if he ever got out of line.
And there's a ton more layers to this thing as well. There's the mysterious garage where, as of me writing this, no one has been inside yet, or even aware that it exists. There's these sharks who appear throughout the day and mess with the contestants. You can also spend these tokens on what has been dubbed fish toys, and these fish toys are again designed to torture the fish. These range from being able to remove the bed of one of the fish, to setting up an EMP that turns off all the lights, or my favorite, swapping all the food in the fridge with the food in the freezer, with more functions to be added as we move forward, like some kind of satanic DLC. The crux of this show is that nobody really knows who Sam is or understands his sense of humor. Sam is also the host of the show under the pseudonym Jason Goldstriker, and anytime he appears on screen, basically all hell breaks loose. On top of the $10,000, there's also daily challenges. The first one was just straight up for $8,000 of cash, so there is actual real stakes behind these. And he also introduced the idea of fish bucks.
I'm going to introduce a new concept here. Fish bucks.
If you're familiar with The Office, are like shroot bucks.
This is a shroot buck.
Except they can be cashed in for real money. The only way you don't get to cash these in is if you get kicked off the show. Not eliminated, but kicked off for breaking the rules, such as fighting with someone or smoking weed, which is illegal in the state they're filming it in. Each fish buck is worth $500 US, and I think there was 200 in total, which brings it to a total of $100,000 you could possibly win. But before I get into the show a little more, why don't we take a look at the actual fish in the pool. In classic Sam Hyde fashion, he opted for picking people that clearly all have some form of varying levels of mental illness. I mean, they applied for the show via a Craigslist ad, so I mean, that should be your proof right there. There's Vance, by far the most normal. A lot of people speculate that he is actually a plant and a friend of Sam Hyde, but I think it would be a little too on the nose for him to be a plant. He's calm, stoic, and laid back. Literally. Vance has 2 modes, standing Vance and sitting Vance. There's a fandom that has formed behind Vance in chat, which is known as being Vance pilled. Josie, she's an autistic, neurodivergent otaku goddess. She's basically a stim maxing anime girl. She is best girl. we must protect. If you're unfamiliar with stimming, it means to self-stimulate, something that everybody does, but is a lot more prevalent in autistic people. Every time you take a look at this girl, she's either like spinning or playing with a fidget spinner or some kind of child's toy. She's constantly carrying around a plushie with her. Somebody needs to get this girl a step counter because, I mean, she must have walked like 10 miles by now. There's been a bunch of memes created about Josie. Like I said, she's probably the most popular at the moment. She seems like she's the most innocent. She wears baggy clothes. It doesn't really seem like she's trying to impress anyone or even win. It just kind of seems like she's just doing her best and trying to generally improve herself as a person. And if you consider yourself a fan of Josie like I am, you can call yourself a Josie cell. Then there's Violetta, aka Letty. She has younger cousin of crazy ex-girlfriend meme vibes. She seems normal on the surface, but as things have been progressing, she has shown a side of her that can be controlling and just kind of psycho. She's by far the most attractive, and chat definitely wants to bang. She does seem the most devious and the most dastardly, and probably someone you're gonna have to watch out for. She could go sicko mode at any moment. Then there's Sylvia, probably the only one I actually feel bad for. She looks like what the CCP thinks left-wing radical college students look like. Personality is actually pretty normal, but unfortunately she's fat, so TTS has been vicious to her.
Get the fuck out of bed, you fat fucking lazy OnlyFans pig.
Chat also found out she has a OnlyFans, so do what you want with that info. Then there's Morrow, who looks and has the personality of a manager at a Wendy's. I think he was supposed to play the role of like the nice guy, but honestly, he's just not that impactful to the show. So in my opinion, he should be voted off first. He doesn't really contribute as much as everyone else. Then there's Daniel. No, that is not a typo. Prior to the show, the infuriatingly named Daniel was labeled as this unhinged psychopath, and he kind of came off like a douche on the first day. And as the show progresses, he has become more unhinged than we originally thought. And because of that, this clear alpha has gained a huge following in chat, aka the Damnation. It's seemingly only a matter of time before he breaks and physically attacks somebody, probably Simmons.
Who's the motherfucking man? Me. What Scarface say? Fly, pelican, fly.
It is worth noting, if you check out this guy's Instagram, he is like a post-ironic meme rapper, much in the same vein as Joey or Jet Neptune, who both work for Sam. So it's very possible that Daniel is actually the plant and not Vance, as everyone suspects. Simmons, who is the oldest of the bunch, has the swag of a school shooter running up into a theater class because he lost out on the co-lead to Jacob, who will get to kiss Becky before the end of the summer. This double-vaccinated dunce has quickly become a side boss.
Fully vaccinated with 2 boosters.
His scheduled 2-hour group improv sessions, terrible harmonica playing, being fake sloppy drunk off 1 beer, and heating up pizza in a frying pan has fueled hatred amongst chat. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have Jonathan. He is the low IQ'd, heavy lisped Andrew Tate Stan main villain, the final boss. He never stops talking with manosphere-based opinions and stories that are clearly fake, like all of his stories. His TPH is about 4, that's Andrew Tate mentions per hour. He refuses to shower because he forgot his soap, and the house doesn't have soap that doesn't contain soft metals. He's an easy punching bag for chat who have been abusing him, maybe even worse than Sylvia.
John, I wish you could see the chat and see how much people hate you in your list.
Oh my God.
And that's pretty much the premise of the show. I'm going to be watching this thing as it continues to roll out. I mean, we're still in week 1 as I'm recording this, so I'm probably going to be doing like a video a week, kind of just recapping what happened. That's it. Bye.